See, I'm a person that every day when I get up, I think it's 100% on me. 100%. No matter how fair it is, no matter what the government's doing for me, no matter, it is 100% on me. And because I have that mentality, are one of the significant reasons for where I came from to where I'm at now. But there are a lot of people that are still at the place I came from. And at what point do we hold me and those people accountable that if you want a better life, we all have struggles. We all have trauma. There are things that have happened in all of our lives that we cannot compare. We have to stop doing that because it affects us all differently. At what point do we need people to be resilient and stand up and say, I've got to overcome my challenges. I have to be persistent. It is my job to get out here and work this $16 an hour job, which you don't love right now, but then you can make 22 because you did a good job. So then you can make 28. Because in this marketplace right now, I talk to some of our people that struggle to be good salespeople. And I'm like, guys, right now, I can take you to 10 places to get a job from $28 to $32 an hour. We legitimately can in this market. They're advertised everywhere. And that amount of money, it gives you an awesome apartment.
In Cincinnati, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Awesome here. Yeah. And so I just want to make sure that 2.2 million people that live here, it's like, hey, guys, you don't have to have a college degree. Like if you're somebody and you find yourself being 31, and maybe some of the choices or even some of the unfortunate shit that's happened to you, just so you know, you don't have to accept that as your life. Like there's a way within 2 years or 3 years or 4 years you can really pick yourself up and start making some different decisions in your life to live a better life. I see it every day, and I think if we have to be careful as a society that we don't support the idea that that's not still true. And I don't know if it's true in New York. I don't know if it's true in Chicago, right?
I also don't think that it's true at a certain level of human experience where you're not having your basic needs met. Like, if you are not safe in your environment, it is actually not all on you, right? Your body has a physical reaction to that. And if you are in that environment, that is actually going to dominate your experience. And there is I also think that what we decide that we know better than people.
I just know what's better for me.
Is right.
And here's what was better for me.
Right.
Here's what's better.
And so if someone else says, if I had money for food for my kids, or if I had, or even if, how about this? If my kids got to eat free lunch at their school.
Which
right?
they do here.
I mean,
and on weekends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was one of the biggest.
And I'm not against that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not against
so
it.
if I know that my kids get to eat at their school, I'm telling you, it's going to be easier for me to get a job because then I'm going to be able to feed myself, and I'm going to be physically capable of doing what needs to be done.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not at all. I just know that I've seen a lot of people change their life in significant ways that if they didn't take control and make some really hard decisions every day, that they wouldn't have ended up in the really beneficial and good and supportive program they are. This is what I just see. I'm not disconnecting empathy from this.
Sure.
Right? At all. Because it was good that there was some of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
However, at 28 years old, when I had started a real estate company, and the housing crisis of 2008 comes along, and I have a mortgage, and I have an office lease, and I have a company support, and we couldn't sell any homes. I'm 3 weeks away from bankruptcy. That means I'm out of money. I am out of money. And when you have 3 weeks of money in the bank, and I have a business, and I have personal expenses, I don't think it's anybody's job to save me. So much so, moms know, right? Moms know. Sometimes it's dad, but my mom knew. And she picked up the phone and she said, "Do you need money for food?" I owned this company. It was really small. "Do you need money for food?" My pride, being a younger guy, similar to your age now, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Listen, moms know things." And I said, "Hey, just so you know, your money for food wouldn't help me. There's one person and one person alone that's going to fix this. It's me." But what I didn't share with her or anybody else was, for about 3 months of my life, I'm eating out of my change jar. I'm going to Wendy's for a 5-piece chicken nugget and getting a 99-cent burger once a day for 3 straight months. No one's giving me any financial support. No one's helping me. And I knew the only thing that was going to change my outcome and fix that is if I went out and found some customers, I went and found someone to represent buying and selling a home in the midst of a financial crisis where we couldn't sell any homes. And from the pit of that comes this thing people see today. And in that moment, I hadn't even finished my college degree. I'm doing night classes at a local college that, guess what? I'm paying for myself as well. This is not a good world for people to sit back and look for other people to support them in their lives, because what I know, if I would have done that, I could have. Someone I could have picked. If I would have done that, I'm telling you right now, I would not have built what I built. These people wouldn't have this awesome place to work, and I wouldn't have become this person. And so I don't know what piece of that not everybody can become, is capable of, but I know this. If somebody would have told me back then that that wasn't possible, that maybe it's too hard, I don't know. Maybe I don't. Like, that's my real experience in my life.
Yes. And I understand and I appreciate that. You think that if your mother had given you food or money for food, that all of the resilience that you just spoke of would have gone away?
There's a strong chance that some of it, that fight to no one's coming to help me, there's a chance I rely on it, yes. There is a chance that I know that my needs are taken care of so I don't have to fight. And so in that moment, I'm a realtor. I don't have health insurance. I don't have any of these things. I didn't have any of that. And so I'm just saying that, and the thing I'm going to continue building in my life and positively building this to affect other people's lives, I want to take those marks and let them know you can change your life, but you're going to have to fight for it.